Hey, it's your girl Angela.
It's your guy Mike D.
And we are the Uncomfortable Truths Podcast, presented by NSN, live from Brown Sugar Water Studios.
We created this podcast to have unfiltered, unapologetic, and authentic conversations through the lens of a Black millennial couple.
We'll be sharing stories about everyday life while also providing insights. So kick back, grab your drink, and let's get into the uncomfortable truth. Hey, babe, how you doing?
Load up the Drake. I'm good. I'm great. What's up?
You know, I like that song.
That's my song.
Yeah, we're just trying out that new
spatial audio.
Yeah, that Apple Music has. So shout out to them keeping us hooked to whatever they're streaming into our ears.
And shout out to the Migos. I know we don't talk music on this show. Culture 1, great album. I listened to that a lot. Culture 2 and Culture 3, they actually did a decent job. So shout out to Migos. Lil Baby kind of came and took all their shine, but gotta give Migos some credit. Shout out to Drake. Drake, he went in on that joint. I'm still waiting for Certified Lover Boy.
What?
But
that's his name?
That was the name of his album was supposed to be Certified Lover Boy, and it was supposed to drop in February, but like he tore his ACL or was playing basketball or something, so he had been rehabbing. And J. Cole came and dropped some fire. Lil Baby and Dirk dropped some alright. Migos dropped some alright. So just waiting for Kendrick and Drake now, but that's enough music.
I'm looking forward to Kendrick coming out.
I know, yeah, you and I, we love Kendrick and Cole.
Yeah. Shout out to the rappers who have a larger meaning behind their words.
Hey, I was talking with somebody and I was telling them like, yeah, lyrics. You can be a lyricist or whatever if you're rapping about the strip club or you're rapping about whatever. But Tupac is one of the greatest rappers of all time because he talked about, Brenda had a baby. I know you don't know nothing about any of these songs. Brenda had a baby, and his mom was on crack and in jail, and like Tupac was a poet, and artists like that always gonna have a special place in my heart when I listen to music. So that's just me.
Absolutely, it makes me want to like go back and listen to all of like Tupac's songs and stuff, which we can do.
I know, I know, right?
Which is beautiful. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I do love rappers who are also poets.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you asked how I was. I'm all right. I didn't take my naps today, but I'm all right.
Oh,
We ran up the hill today. It's a hill at a park near our house, and we run up the stairs and run down and around, and we like run up the stairs again, and we do that like a whole bunch of times till we like run a mile.
Oh yeah, mile, yeah.
So I'm a little bit drained from that. How are you doing today?
Miss James, cover your ears. I would say last time, I went first and you followed me. This time you went first and I followed you. I wasn't want to say I like going second. Now the view a little better when you go second. But I'm doing great.
Oh my goodness.
I am doing fantastic.
That's what I want to hear.
I am doing fantastic. Tonight is date night.
Yeah,
so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I guess, do we want to call this our first date night?
This is our first date night in a long time. Like our first real we're leaving the house date night.
Lit.
So I'm happy we're leaving the dog child at home.
Yeah, yes, we are. He'll be all right. And it's our first date night on our new budget. So we're going to see what that looks like as well.
I was just going to ask, where this money coming from? But we ain't got to go there. Eventually we'll have our finance or budget talk with you all. And that's going to be a really fun and eye-opening episode because it's a whole process that we are still going through.
Yes, we are. But hey, we
saving. We saving.
We are saving.
I'm closer to my condo. Our condo, okay?
Shout out to condos, okay.
So, where is Lily?
Where she always is, and that's your lap.
She is in my lap today, so I am being very still, and also I'm projecting my voice because she prevents me from having a more comfortable seat.
Mm-hmm.
And she prevents me from getting close to the mic. But that's all right. She's teaching me how it's going to be with a baby one day.
Yeah, she definitely is your daughter, 100%.
Our daughter.
Oh, well, yes, our daughter.
Yes.
Okay, what else is going on? Anything else? Anything else we want to talk about the people before we get into the important topic?
Real quick. Something that you all can do for us right now. If you've been liking our shows, if you've been liking our episode recaps, or if you know someone who likes it, just pause this episode right now. Go rate and review our show. This is a free way to support our podcast. You don't need to follow us on Instagram, even though that's cool too. But if you rate and review our podcast, that would help us out so much. And I just want to shout out everybody who has already done so. I know we have like maybe one or two 5-star ratings. So we definitely need more than that. There are no giveaways at this time. We're still startup. We're still indie. I mean, we are part of the NSN network. And if you don't know what NSN means, go find out on Facebook. Type in NSN network. But what you can do right now is really just rate and review our podcast. Support us. Support this black couple podcast and our journey. Like, that's all I ask, today. And this is something that's very dear to me and Mike, and I think it also allowed us to come closer together to start this creative venture together and to help build up Mike and his friends a podcast network. So thank you in advance. If by the end of this episode, 24 hours after you listen to it, if you don't rate and review, you should feel guilty, and I'm calling you out. If you want to have a conversation, we can, as to why you think you cannot. If you need a how-to, there are hella how-to videos on YouTube on how to do it. But seriously, like, we literally don't ask for much. Like,
we don't ask for anything.
We don't ask for anything. Well, sometimes we'll be like, oh, follow us, watch our recap show. But seriously, like, rate and review and share to some people who need like some good millennial mentors in their lives. Like, I would say Mike and I, we got our head on straight. Our relationship is healthy. And we started this podcast, and it's really like out there for the public, for you all to see. And for the younger generations to see. Like, they may not have this type of representation. I know I didn't growing up. So, hey, that's all. That's my little spiel. Mm-hmm. So, thank you so much for listening. And now we're going to get into the topic of the evening or afternoon.
All right. What is the topic, baby?
We don't have a topic today.
we talk about how we put all this work in, and we bring you the great content, and we're like, we got no topic today.
But no topic is a topic.
That's 100%. 100%. You're right.
If you smart, you understand. You feel me? All right.
All right. So yeah.
I think Lita got something she want to say to Mike. You trying to say something, Lita?
I think Lita's trying to get down.
Oh.
I think for me, I start. Because I would partly take some of the blame for the no topic.
Oh, we don't gotta go there, baby.
Well, blame is I guess, a loose
responsibility.
Term. Yeah, right. I do come up with the topics together. I kind of set up the questions and the flow of the show, and we had a topic, but it was like, do we really want to talk about that, like a whole show about that?
Right now.
Yeah, exactly, right? And we was like, no, what, we don't. We have, we got side hustles. It's a topic, we're going to do eventually. Probably, maybe not. We date night. We thought about doing that today, but it's our first one today. So we figured, let's get a couple under a belt before we can have, we can have a real conversation about it. And this is a ton of more episodes that we have, in the queue that we're going to do. We just thought today, let's just come in here and let's catch up. One thing about us, one thing about this show, and we categorized it as self-journal. And we are very open in our relationship. We have real conversations. We don't plan our conversations, right? I have my talking points, she has hers. And we come in here and we disagree. Like, you hear it live. Like, last week we disagreed about some things, and you just heard us, just have a conversation. We didn't yell, we didn't curse each other out, but we disagreed on some things. So we just gonna come in here and catch up and see how each other are doing, and we just want everybody to be a part of the conversation.
Woo!
So I guess so. Like I said, let me start. One reason, we thought about doing side hustles, because I'm refereeing again, right? I was doing a ton of games before the pandemic, and then the pandemic came, and just because how serious we took it, as everyone should know if you watch, listen to Big Vax Energy, we took it very seriously. So I didn't do any games last year at all.
What type of games?
Any basketball games at all. I didn't do any high school, JV, varsity, AAU, if anyone knows what that means. Any men's, women's league. No, I do a lot of women's leagues. I didn't do anything last year. So this year I am back into it, vaccinated, and I have a mask. So I've been non-stop. I had a ref camp. I had games on Saturday. I had games on Monday. I have games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. So I'm going. And also that ties into date night, is because we decided Wednesday needed to be our date night because the weekends are going to be so jam-packed. And last week I just slept all Saturday. Like I was just on your mom came over and y'all watched In the Heights,
which was really good.
Well, I need to watch it. I fell asleep on it, and I was just asleep like the whole time because I was just so exhausted. So
yeah,
I do
exhausted.
appreciate you letting me sleep though.
Exhausted.
Shout out to Adam.
Yeah. What did you and Adam partake in before Mom Deuce came over?
Oh, Adam, your brother. Shout out to him. Him and I. He just came over. We should be chopping it up. Sometimes men need to talk like men amongst other men.
That's right.
And that was just it. We just had a good old time. You had your author conference for Juneteenth, and him and I, we was in the kitchen chopping it up. That's all.
And the smoke detector went off.
Oh yeah, I made I made some tacos, and we had some corn tortillas. I put them on a stove, and the detector went off.
Yep, because of that smoke and other smoke in the house.
Yo, you trying to
all right, I'm trying. All right, I'm gonna stop.
All right, we smoked.
So,
you happy?
Nah,
all right.
We didn't smoke. I smoked my incense. We'll just put it like that. So smoke our incense in the house. So
I was tired. My body was tired, and he just came through with a little earthly relief. That's what that was.
Yeah, incense.
Yeah, incense.
So refereeing. He says it's busy, and now, Wednesdays are date night. Mm-hmm. We record before date night. So, how are you feeling now about your new schedule?
It's still
not that hot ass breath you just.
Well, right, because it's new, and I don't know how it's going to affect us yet. So that's still up in the air. It's not solidified at all. In a month or so, if we decide, okay, we had a plethora of quantity of time the last year. Mm-hmm. With the pandemic, I worked from home. You were here. You were home, right? We were together pretty much 24 hours a day. Yes, I had my office. You had your office. Now we share our office, so we are always together. But now I'm going to be gone a lot. So now it's going to be about quality of time. And can we maximize the quality of the time that we spend together is going to be important. And if you or I ever feel like, okay, you are reffing too much, you are gone too much, I will cut back. But as of now, I'm okay with it. I do enjoy refereeing. I did almost get into a fight last week.
My goodness. Oh, that was this week.
Yeah, that was Monday. You're right.
Literally Monday. And I was like, what is his Facebook that said? You posted? I said, not Michael posted. One, he didn't text me first. He told everybody on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my. Well, we'll talk when he gets home.
Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said. I said, oh, well, we will definitely have a conversation about what happened when you get home, because I didn't sign up for, getting out of pocket. I know sometimes I can get out of pocket, but you're always like the level-headed one out of the both of us.
I know. I let them get me off my square, and I take full accountability for that. I don't like letting other people affect my mood, and the fact that I let him get under me, under my skin, while I'm quote unquote technically at work. Right, I am paid to do a job there. And I can't be.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Like, we still want you to get games. Like, because personally, I like you, reffing. Like, that's another form of, like, me time.
Yeah.
Started watching Saints and Sinners. We're going to get into that a little later. But, yeah. When
exercise for me and his money.
Good money. So, when I saw that, I was like, well, everyone's human. Something must have happened. So, I had no reason to be mad at you. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, let's just check in. Like, what was so infuriating about it that caused you to be like, all right, that for you to lose your cool. Like I said, you're human. Like, you're not a robot. Things are going to impact you, but at the same time, it's like you are doing a job.
Yeah, and I like your response, right? It's people that I told, they was like, oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, you got him. But you were like, nah, you better than that. And,
exactly.
That had to remind me, like, all right, she's right. Like, no, could we had a rah-rah moment for a second? Sure, I guess. By the end of the day, like, when I leave the house, I got to get back home. And I'm not from here. I'm from Buffalo. So I don't really have nobody to call if I ever get into a situation.
Ain't no gang. It's just me. And I'm going to pull up and it's way over there.
So that's why I do think about carrying when I go referee, just in case if somebody want to get stupid. But I'm like, if I ever get to the point where like I feel I need to take a gun
just go home.
Referee, like
just come home. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't need to be going out referee.
Not you talking about. Hell no! I didn't mean to give me a drink today.
So that's how I feel. I love reffing. I'm going to do some high school games this year. It's good money. I keep in shape. I met people at ref camp. I got a couple numbers of some guys I want to connect with. We probably gonna kick it. We vibe. We do. I ref with them, so I'm going to see them. Maybe once a week. So right, I think it's good fellowship. So I'm looking forward to it. So how do you feel with the plethora of me time you're going to receive?
Fine.
You already got your me time or scheduled out and what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I have like tons of things.
Okay.
And sometimes I don't need a schedule.
Okay. That's good. So you talked about Saints and Sinners. What's up with that?
Man, it's just a really great TV show I stumbled on. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I'm already on season 4. I've been watching it on Hulu, and I just love like the plot twists. I love the scandals. And you know what I realized? Like, they don't really show sex scenes.
Yeah.
I
wonder
it's
why.
a soap opera. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but
it's churchy, I guess, maybe?
No. I mean, no.
Okay.
The church is just a place. It's not the...
Yeah, church is like a character in it, kind of.
Yeah. Right. So... I was like, wow, this is really good. And we don't see anyone's, like, titties. Like, wow. Like, Stars and HBO, like, y'all need to take some notes on, like, what it is when it comes to writing a good TV show with having really good characters. And also, Saints and Sinners has, like, a cast. I mean, this is a cast. When I talked about, when I started watching it, I said, he in it, and she in it too, and he in it too. And Miles is in it too. And people from Greenleaf was in it too. I said, y'all had the cast. I feel like I was watching Family on TV. I said, God damn, this is so good. So that's just been really good. And this has been inspiring me to write a short story.
Okay.
And stuff. And it's just been inspiring some writing. So I've just been really enjoying that show and just the scandals. I'm like, man, like, I was listening to like a Clubhouse room, and then the person was like, yo, good characters are boring. And I could totally agree with that. I think characters who are always morally good are pretty boring. Like, no one's all morally good. Like, we all got some type of scandal, but especially like when you read and be entertained, there's got to be some drama.
Yeah, I mean, that's reality TV show.
Reality TV is flat.
Well, I'm just saying from the standpoint of Love and Hip Hop. No, not Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, it's my
What
Real
show?
Housewives of Atlanta
Yeah,
that I like.
yeah. Kim Fields came on there and was almost Susie Homemaker. Like
She couldn't take none of it. She about to have an
a
anxiety
sitcom
attack.
mom. Yeah, right. And it was like, yo, why are you even on here? Like, you love your husband.
The check.
You're a great mom. You like your kids. You don't have any drama. Like, what is interesting? You just like a day in the life of Kim Fields.
Like, why are you trying to go head to head with Kenya Moore?
Yeah, like
and
Kenya's nothing but mess.
And Portia. And everyone else, like...
And Portia married somebody else's husband now or something?
Yeah,
like, that's entertaining.
I can't wait for the Portia. I just Googled yesterday. I was like, man, when's the Portia special coming out? I can't believe Portia's turned 40. She looks so good. 40.
We didn't even give Kenya and Candy some love in the show.
Oh yeah, Kenya and Candy were in States and Center. So shout out to the Real Housewives of Atlanta getting jobs. Like, I also have like a Real Housewives of Detroit story that I want to write. So yeah,
all right.
Just a lot of inspiration. I'm like, man, this is what Black excellence is. If I was ever to use that term in a legitimate way, I used it then as a joking manner. But this is really what Black art is. I'm like, wow, like, and if it's anybody white on the show, they are super minor. They're like, I was
about to ask you that.
They make like little glimpses, like they may be an assistant or somebody buying something, but they're not like the main people. Because
even in Queen Sugar, like the antagonists are like that rich white family.
Yeah.
And like in Season Center, like the protagonist, antagonist, everybody that's in that joint, like I only ever see. I don't watch it, obviously. I just kind of when I walk by.
Sometimes you watch it.
Yeah, I want to just sit down next to you and chill, but I always have like basketball on my phone. I'm just like holding my phone while.
And I'm just like, oh no, she didn't. But yeah, it's been really good. Really good source inspiration, and for me as a writer, it's really important that I surround myself with good stories and good work. So a lot of times I'll watch and start a show, for example, The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm like, what decapitated demons created this show? You know what I'm saying? Because the plot is like weird, like the characters are like, and how they have Black people is just like, I can't. Like, that's why I'm like, it's some decapitated demons made that show. Like, I had to stop watching it. I said, no type of creativity is being sparked. It's like, what I'm seeing is not even entertaining. And then, I don't know if anyone, like, watched Handmaid's Tale, but the amount of nooses in that show, why? Just a question mark. Like season 1, it's a show that's like really hard to binge. So I stopped season 2, but
yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good. I don't know why it has all these awards and stuff. Like, if you want to get some real dystopian, read 1984. Read a book. You know, read some George Orwell. You know, and it's like, I don't want to support that type of stuff, like, because that type of stuff is not art to me. Like, to me, it's like Saints and Sinners is art. So like, now you know where my heart's at. No.
Speaking of Handmaid's Tale, did you see that picture of Kamala that was on the circling the socials?
Yeah. I was just like, what year is this taking?
Yo, I was like, wait, is this the Lion Sisters that she be talking about?
No.
Did she play Kappa Kappa Kappa?
Well, that's how you did put that as a status. But she was like celebrating with some senators. I'm like, that's crazy to think like that's all the female senators. Like, they're all
white women. And it's like 2 Black male senators, like Tim Scott, he's a Republican, and Cory Booker, and maybe one more. It's like, oh my God, like we've been that
bamboozled. Asleep, yeah.
That I had no idea. I was so shocked.
I forgot my train of thought, but yeah, that's like the reality now.
Yeah, I don't know. Kamala, like, she should have put the picture up and like, hey, shout out to the senators, but like, why am I the only Black woman here?
You know, like, she thinks like that. I don't think she think like that. Do she call herself Black?
Man, she went to Howard. She was smoking weed to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Like, she the blackest she she black as hell when it's time to get votes.
As I said in previous episodes, like I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid no more. No more Jim Jones tricks for me.
And then they have
You Democrats.
and then they had black like maids and butlers. It was like, oh, this is messy. This looks terrible.
You know what's crazy? Like that having black maids and butlers. Not that I had any personally, but like at one of my old jobs when I worked at Quicken, all of the cleaning staff were black. And then like all the staff that they cleaned behind were white, except for like me and a handful of other black people in that specific department. But there were other departments that were like more black, like the call centers and stuff. But it was just like a weird dynamic, like having someone like clean up after you and like them be black and like you're black. And actually, the thoughts that you projected onto Kamala, like those were thoughts that I actually had in the office.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's
wild.
Exactly with me too, because our staff, cleaning staff, was all black. And I'm gonna make a point right after I finish, but not to say that I always wonder and I always hope like, okay, it's an all black cleaning staff. I hope it's black owned, right? If it's black owned, then I'm okay. If I have a cleaning company and GM pays me $10 million for the year to take care of this building, and I hire all black people, like it may look away. Like the optics may look bad, but at the end of the day, like a black person owns it, and they're hiring black people. That's what we want. But it just looks so bad to the point where like the black engineers, they feel, not me, like I come in there, I wear my sneakers, I wear my whatever. Like y'all just gonna have to set me. I got my locks. It is what it is. But like certain black people feel like they always have to dress up because they don't ever want to be mistaken with the staff. Like the cleaning staff, and it's just like, damn, like we come into work worrying about the most.
When you got a job to do.
Yeah, like yo, like I'm white people just come in like, well, I guess I'm doing this today. I'm sure they don't worry about being mistaken with like security, but black people, we got so much on our mind that I don't know how we even be making it through the day.
That's why I had to quit.
I don't blame you.
It was just too much and too much of a shock. I'm like, I got more anxiety than I can handle, and I'm no longer able to be productive anymore. And because I was in such like a get out environment, like yeah, that was crazy. So I'm very happy to be out of that space now and to still be healing from that type of trauma that I went through in the past workplaces I have. One was remote, and then like 2 were in person. So we'll get into that another episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking about jobs and stuff, but
all right. So you are okay with the current state of where we are with me working my 9 to 5 and then doing refereeing after in this podcast, and I have another podcast.
Yep.
You aren't worried that we are going to
this is the Angie interview, y'all.
No, I'm curious, right? Because we had somewhat discussions about this, but we have goals, right? You want to tell people our goals?
What are they?
What? How you not know? You don't know where we're going. How
goals?
are we gonna get there? Like the wedding.
Ooh.
Right. So no. Right. No. We want to get engaged. We want to get married. We want to go out west. We want to go to Hawaii. We want to buy a condo. So we have
and have babies
and have children. Of how many years you give us?
I think yesterday we was talking about 6 years. Like all this stuff needs to happen.
Well, you 6 years to be done having 3 kids.
Yeah.
So right. So some like all these things need to be paid for. So with that said, like we have to grind. So that's why we on a budget. Like our my brother Marcus, he always make fun of us because every time he talked to us, like we cutting back on something else. Like brother is like creamer, or brother is what else we cut back on? Just like just minor things, like nothing crazy. But
like we don't eat beef, we eat chicken.
Well, that's more so for health.
I mean, it's money too.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut red meat and pork out.
Oh, I don't even eat pork, but maybe tonight I might. I don't know.
All right, yeah. So we go out. So we have all these
I
things.
can't believe we eat animals. Hold on.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Man, no chickens. It's a shortage of chickens.
I know, but Buffalo got a wing shortage.
Yeah, it's a I was talking to Tony. He said a single order of wings normally like $8 or $17 now. Like they doubled the price.
Come on, y'all. Let's become vegetarians, y'all. We gonna be on the Mr. Daniels thing. He vegetarian.
We used to go to Pandora's and get like 40 wings,
We get 40,
fries,
50
and shrimp,
wings.
10 bone crushers, and pay like $40. Nah, that'd be a $300 bill now.
Oh man, that's wild.
So that's wild. So
but yeah.
So yeah, we got all these things we want to pay for, right? So you're writing, you got your side hustles that you're thinking about. I have my job. We both got the podcast, and I'm referring, right? And we cutting back on budget. We doing a budgetnista, which is gonna be an episode as well.
Yeah, get finances. Good with money.
So with life is about choices and trade offs. Stop the chaos. So we are choosing. We are choosing. We are choosing to. We chose that we want these things, right? We want these things. So a trade off is the amount of time that we spend together will be less.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we be very intentional with the time that we spend, and that we're not on our phone. Make sure date night is good, and it's a great chance I will be tired a lot.
Yeah.
And so a lot of stuff will fall on you, which we already had that discussion, and willing to pick up. But you're not worried at all that you're going to get to a point where it's like, I'm hate this. I hate everything about this, and something has to change immediately or I'm out.
Nah, I'm like completely fine. I'm my own person.
I love to hear that. I don't know if I had situations with people that I knew before, and it was all about their time, and if anything got in the way, right, it was almost like it was the worst thing ever. So if you're really okay with that, and I'm not saying that you aren't, I know you are. I'm looking forward to see this play out in real time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my writing. I'm doing everything that I should be doing to
You be busy. You
completely change to this field and career. Coming from a very corporate background is completely different. And I looked at like my past 5 years of life and where I've been and where I'm going is completely different. So in making that transition, and I promise there will be a longer episode about it. I had to learn a lot, and I would say I'm finally in the place where, you know what, I'm happy, and I got my characters, and that keeps me busy, as well as just like, going through self-help books. Like I'm going through a self-help book. You read a lot. Right now. Yeah, I read like 4 books, but I'm going through a self-help book right now about life traps from childhood, and like, okay, where do I get these feelings of I'm a failure from? And where do I get these feelings of I'm not good enough from? Like, where does all that stuff come from? So I've been working through that. And that's one of my strengths. It's like I'm a self-learner, self-starter. Like, if I'm really into it, I'll be into it. So all that stuff keeps my hands full. And even I was thinking about all these side hustles. I said, hold on. This is you putting these unrealistic standards onto yourself. Listen to Mike, take a step back, recalibrate. So now I'm like recalibrating, which is completely different from how I used to function, because I feel like if I was still working a job that I hated, because any job I had, I hated it, hated people, hate, had nothing but hate in my heart. Now I got hella love. I mean, I loved you, but I had hella hate. I got significantly less dislike in my heart. And a lot of that has to do with, like, just us creating space. So you being busy, that's why I say, I'm my own person. Like, it's fine if you're not home. I got stories I want to write. I got TV shows I want to watch to inspire me, see what these writers did and how they did it. Or just to watch for entertainment. And I like playing The Sims 4. So that's a video game that I thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then we have like the dog, so she's
a handful anyway. She's gonna need her walks, and like I said, and we work out. So No, we are
And my
definitely staying
kitchen
busy.
clean. If you don't know what
And
that
then-
is, listen to episode. What was it, episode 15?
Gender roles in our household.
Yeah, episode 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. Yeah,
Right.
listen to My Kitchen Clean. Gender roles in our household. That's the real name. My Kitchen Clean.
Okay. So, we here. So, a couple more questions. Then we're gonna get out of here because I do want to get date night.
Yeah, I want to get to date night. I want to promenade.
Yeah, and we walking, so that's gonna be good for us, right? Spend some time
Yes.
together, and it's an exercise.
I can't wait to like put on some mascara and stuff. I don't wear makeup no
And
more.
I gotta wear
so.
jeans. I'm wearing pants today.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I got some pants that fit.
Woo.
So, but okay, so, I don't know. Any do a live on air? You have no idea. I'm about to ask you this question. Any no complaints? Anything you wanna bring up that I'm lacking on? And
What?
live on air. Come on, we are here for the people. Anything that I need to do that I've been like slacking on because of how busy and sleepy I've been. Because I haven't been doing anything really besides just sleeping.
You can fold them clothes in the living room. That'd be good.
Man, I don't know when them clothes getting folded.
That's it. That's all I got right now. Cause I had to bring the laundry baskets out of the bedroom. I said it's too much clutter. Too much clutter. So you got to figure out what to do with that in your closet.
Nah, yeah, I need to put them clothes up.
That's the only thing you lacking on. Other than that, you good. Anything I'm lacking on?
Nah, like I said, your kitchen clean. So
Kitchen clean.
you've been like you've been great at making sure we work out. I don't want to compare you to Lita because that'd be kind of wrong. But like, no, when Lita want her walk,
Mm-hmm.
like she'll like just come and look at you
Mm-hmm.
until you get up. That's how you are. Like when they get close, like 11:30, 12 around my lunch, like. Next thing I know, you went from like a robe to like full workout clothes. Like, oh, I guess he ready. He needs to walk by. Like, what time? I was like, let me say this file.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah, but I'm happy you're doing it because we've been doing great, and we been getting some love at the park too.
Yeah, this neighborhood is way better, way more supportive of
it's
seeing
progressive.
just Black people living.
Okay. So you got any questions for me?
Nah, when we gonna answer, we can go eat.
I think we can get out of here. We talked about we just talked about what's been going on like the last 2 weeks
Yeah.
in our life, and I kind of like this the flow, right? We kind of just a conversation. We wasn't forcing a topic because we didn't like the side hustle one wouldn't have been a conversation by itself. Date night is not a topic by itself yet. Once we got more information in how we are really doing it, because right now we have this grand scheme ideas of how we are going to make sure we spend time together because how busy I'm going to be out the house. But in a month that can change. Like, that may not work, and we may have to change. So I do want to figure that out and come back with what we are really doing, what's really working, so we can help other people. Because I'm sure other people are just as busy as us, right? You're super busy. It's be times when I'm chilling and you're doing something. So I do want to come back and give some game out to the couples out there.
Some real data.
Yeah, some real data, not just theory, right? Too often we talk in theory, really in practice of what we are doing and how it's working for us.
That's like what our whole show is about. It's just
It's our experiences.
real shit.
I think about to say real hot girl shit. I'm like, get out of here.
I don't know what's going on with Megan, but we ain't gotta go there.
She back. She just dropped the album. You listen to it?
Good night.
I didn't either. I mean, I don't know. People
I
expect me to
think
listen to
I'm
Megan.
like, I'm not in her age group anymore.
Yeah, I swear you sound. I don't use this so old.
I'm not her age
not in her age group. Megan is her age.
I'm not in her age group.
Yeah, no, she definitely went for the TikTok generation last album.
Not in the same age group, so.
Alright.
All right.
So if you ain't got nothing else, I ain't got nothing else. Lita, you got anything for the people?
She sleep.
Oh, okay. She sleep. All right, babe. Let's get out of here.
But before we go, always remember, It's better to be woke by the uncomfortable truth than rot to sleep with a bed of lies. Talk to you all next week.